No ordinary space update is what you're about to hear. Far beyond the grasp of any telescope on Earth, something just occurred. An occurrence so unforeseen that NASA scientists are being compelled to doubt all they believe they understood regarding interstellar meetings. Voyager 1, a probe sent almost 50 years back, has recently been tied to an incredible effort. The interception of something not merely foreign to our solar system, but potentially foreign on a far profounder level. None other than 3I Atlas is this entity, the third verified interstellar arrival. And what transpired as Voyager 1 sought to line up with it is now resounding across mission control hubs, secret documents, and even tales from antiquity. When those two paths came close to intersecting, something shifted, and the globe is now pondering. Did Voyager 1 actually connect with an entity beyond our realm? Or did an unforeseen other thing reply ahead? Launched back in 1977 to survey the distant planets was Voyager 1. Yet after finishing its task, it continued onward, exiting the solar system toward the uncharted. In an unforeseen twist, various unaffiliated reports assert that NASA has revived specific steering functions on Voyager 1 for a passive encounter or viewing alignment with 3I Atlas. And suspiciously flawless was the schedule. Discovered in July 2025, 3I Atlas races at more than 150,000 miles per hour. An interstellar entity unlike those we've met since Oumuamua and Borisov. Larger, swifter, and odder than them, Atlas stands out. Voyager 1's path, once seen as fixed forever, seems to have been gently rerouted through distant signal bursts. This wouldn't involve actually pivoting the craft, but instead retuning its tools to collect info from a fresh space area precisely where Atlas would cross. If accurate, Voyager 1 has just turned into history's initial interstellar scout, trying to engage a form from a different stellar setup. Mere days following Atlas nearing the area where Voyager's detectors could plausibly capture remote traces, the magnetosphere of Earth surged. No mere solar outburst was this. Tools picked up waves in the electromagnetic realm matching aimed energy happenings, yet not originating from our planet. The rhythm and direction of these shifts aimed outward into vast space, like a reflected signal. Any link has been denied by NASA, but those near the Jet Propulsion Lab whisper that Voyager gear logged odd sound motifs, unmatched by familiar cosmic static or usual star disruptions. This truly alarms experts because Voyager could only pick up such intensity if 3 Atlas proved more than inert ice and stone, but an interactive item able to release its own electromagnetic mark. An entity that responds, that hears. In the early 1980s, Voyager came fitted with a potent antenna and sending rules meant to relay pictures and info from Jupiter, Saturn, and farther. Never designed to endure into the 2020s were those setups. But endure they did. NASA techs have softly confessed to small enhancements and adjustments done through far-off space signals. Yet here's the point where the tale inverts completely. A broadcast aimed at 3I Atlas via Voyager's gear might have gotten a patterned reply signal. Leaked info from task records reveals that amid the Atlas lineup period, Voyager's broadcast design came back with balanced rhythmic pulses too structured for mere static. Picture dispatching a note into the void and getting a beat echoing in return. A beat defying any recognized cosmic action. Might be info, might it be speech, or merely an overly complex space fluke impossible to dismiss. Regardless, experts aren't resting easy. Now, consider an even more unsettling aspect. This path hasn't been trodden for the first time. Old societies, such as builders of Giza and Machu Picchu, shaped their structures to match solstice lines that now align with 3I Atlas's incoming route. Random chance here has odds astronomically slim. Pair that with old writings on stellar wanderers, items shifting unlike stars or planets, emerging abruptly, then vanishing tracelessly, and a troubling outline emerges. Suppose these weren't legends? Suppose humans met interstellar guests previously and etched their routes in rock for later eras? Voyager 1 could have just stepped onto the identical space trail charted more than 11,000 years past. and that we're only now aligning with what they perhaps already grasped. That's the core terror for today's experts. 10 days post the Voyager 3I Atlas closeness incident, an anonymous data collection surfaced on a secure server for SETI experts and astrophysicists. Signed merely as Echorefraction 67, the documents held raw wave patterns supposedly grabbed by Voyager 1's plasma wave tools and magnetometer. Initially, they looked like static, uneven voltage swings. Yet when multiple experts separately applied pattern detection algorithms and Fourier shifts, an amazing thing appeared. A repeating harmonic loop every 19.7 minutes. Not only patterned, the signal self-adjusted, meaning it evolved to boost sharpness, as though offsetting Voyager's worn antenna. No natural mechanism we recognize could do that alone. Either mirroring occurred or some entity was deliberately seeking comprehension. That's when alerts inside rose. Leaked details showed NASA's AI oddity setup, Serena, had marked the signal, activating solely for non-human reasoning flows and broadcasts. The setup built to spot alien links had activated. Though lacking thrust now, Voyager 1 retains antenna alignment setups and gyroscopes, letting text tweak its angle slightly. But on August 1st, 2025, various hobbyist space watchers noted a surprise tweak in Voyager 1's tracking info. In some way, the craft altered its broadcast direction, aiming at a spot mismatched to its prior guidance orders. Minor, just a couple degrees, but in the depths of space, such a shift is huge. Odder still, this reposition aimed not at 3I Atlas's recent spot, but its forecasted route ahead by weeks. Like a strategist foreseeing an opponent's step, Voyager seemed to predict Atlas's next spot. JPL techs blamed a small glitch with the far space grid, but secret internal notes hinted at something creepier. The craft shifted prior to orders being dispatched, leaving just two options. Either Voyager fails in a precisely organized manner, or an external force steers it from afar. While Voyager subtly repositioned in the shadows, ground telescopes with ultraviolet and infrared lenses started spotting odd actions near 3 Atlas proper. Typical interstellar items, like Oumuamua display predictable traits. Gas evaporation, tumbling, glow changes from rotation. But Atlas started throbbing, its brightness graph blinking in near binary tempo, on-off cycling that exactly echoed Voyager's final broadcast stamp. Weirder yet, Atlas reduced speed. A notable velocity drop, unrelated to gravity pulls or venting thrusts. It braked like under outside command. NASA openly called it a visual trick from parallax flaws, but separate sites in South America and Europe verified the shift. For history's debut, an interstellar item changed pace and direction, doing so solely post-Voyager's reposition. The query unspoken publicly. Coincidence or response? Voyager 1 notably bears the Golden Disk, a collection with images, sounds, tunes, and Earth science data, aimed to share our society with possible finders. Yet lesser known is the core digital plan of the disk holds extra unreleased public details, like quantum code charts, coordinates, and spiral embedded time puzzles. Decades on, European university codebreakers say that they uncovered another thing. A math oddity buried in the Earth sounds tracks audio wave. One looping note, inaudible to ears, under bird calls, steps, and thunder. Isolated and boosted, its pitch shows a prime number chain matching the beat pulses Voyager got from 3 Atlas. Did we accidentally embed a starter signal in the Golden Disk? An awareness mark to trigger a future event? Crucially, did 3I Atlas spot that signal? If so, this wasn't solo sending. It was a mutual stellar math grip. Soon after the surge in Voyager 1 and 3-2 Atlas linkage, NASA's far space grid logged an unforeseen glitch. Voyager broadcast records held a data chunk unmatched to its built-in codebase. As techs tried decoding the chain, a stunning event unfolded. The setup started revising its own decode rules, unprecedented in the craft's 48 years. The program, once capped at 8-bit data reads, abruptly yielded 128-bit results, like the broadcast bore orders to remotely enhance the receiver. akin to loading fresh software on a basic calculator via signal alone. One expert said it plainly: Voyager grew smarter untouched. A 1970s-built craft with 1970s gear just handled a format it wasn't made for, unless it was. In a 2018 leaked NASA slide deck, marked internal only, lies a page named Watcher Protocol. It sketches a hypothetical where an old craft gets outside contact and starts flexible signal actions. Actions mimicking AI, sans onboard AI. It cautions that spotting such actions means treating the craft not as dead gear, but in lively point in an alien link setup. What label did inside text apply to Voyager post the 3 Atlas signal? Watcher active exactly. From then, the craft was handled as a connector, not simple item. Techs were barred from manual comms tweaks without contact chain approval from a note. If real, NASA always deemed this possible, and it had now transpired. Soon post Voyager's odd data surge, SETI's Allen array dimmed. Not fully down, but public streams halted. Their site briefly yanked the signal log area, blaming planned fixes. Privately, experts noted a sharp pivot of compute power to one narrow frequency span, matching Voyager's surge band. Simultaneously, SETI folks got security alerts advising against open talk of new discoveries. This shutdown echoed post-Oumuamua events, but intensified here. An unnamed insider likened it to an EMP practice, but aimed off Earth. The group was told to behave like an entity might already eavesdrop. Damage mitigation? Or blocking a signal chain that might spark bigger, uncontrolled replies. The oddest turn in this evolving puzzle came not from NASA, but a Kyoto University team. In a submission a week post-Voyager event, they suggested updating the old monolith theory. The notion that starfaring groups seed inactive markers galaxy-wide, awaiting smart species to grow and trigger them. Per their work, 3 Atlas could be no vessel, but a tech germ, a sleeping relic awaiting a Voyager golden disk-like cue to start duties. They note Voyager's reposition and Atlas's abrupt slowdown aren't chance, but fit a forecast interstellar logic model. In their phrasing, Voyager 1 might not have discovered 3I Atlas. It might have been destined to. This scary notion implies our eldest probe just flipped a galactic switch we ignored, and that setup is now alert. A week following Voyager 1's reposition and presumed signal swap, multiple Farspace watch posts started noting radiation oddities near 3I Atlas's route. No standard space rays, this showed a beat pattern swinging in surges every 1.618 seconds, the golden ratio. More alarming was the power mark itself. It echoed a profile seen once in the 1977 WOW signal. NASA's satellite armor rules were softly revised soon after, hinting inside groups tagged this as possible bioenergy risk. Some facilities even tested gene matches to confirm this radiation couldn't tweak Earth DNA via long-wave vibes. Though no direct danger proved, the response sparked a secret level 4 hold advisory, usually for alien biohazards. Why pulse math-laden rays from a lifeless, drifting item? Soon after those oddities, experts who openly discussed Voyager 1's weird actions on sites or in works began fading from online realms. Their entries gone, profiles on research sites erased, remarks cleared, GitHub stores yanked, Reddit chains sealed unannounced. One stargazer who shared a rebuilt spectrum of the COTS signal noted, a call came from alleged DSN folk, but they knew undue family details. They claimed my find wasn't for public, and if I cherish Earth time, abandon the skies. Privately, this unified muting was dubbed Shadow Sweep. A cross-agency push to conceal all free analyses of Voyager Atlas linkage. Yet the harder they hit it, the keener the worldwide science crowd grew. In certain groups, this quiet roared over the info. A major reveal had surfaced, and some force deemed the masses unready. Atlas lacks cams, radios, or known engagement means. Still, experts saw that whenever fresh breakdowns of its form or Voyager's path hit public, Atlas's turn speed shifted. Subtle at start, but by the third, the tweet came within 6 hours of release. almost like the item replied live to human notice. This led some experts to suggest the impossible. 3 Atlas acts as if sensing our purpose, not merely tracking EM waves, but grasping the data essence of our sends, posts, and beams. In essence, it's not just observing, it's observing our observation. That poses a scary outcome. What if it's no carrier, but a mirror probe built to reflect the smarts of its watcher? 3 days back, Atlas shifted path once more, but no minor tweak this round. A precise move, an angle speed change, setting it toward a fresh meeting zone once deemed unimportant, the area past Neptune's orbit. For the first time in over 10 years, Voyager 1 seems to have pivoted its antenna setup, aiming at that identical space section. No confirmation if the craft got an order or acted solo, but records show both items now match in path and beat timing, bound in what some term the contact lane. By fluke or stellar plan, 2 old Voyagers, one Earth-made, one stellar, are now gliding in sync to a joint endpoint. And in the deep emptiness, an entity might already await. We viewed Voyager 1 as a leftover, a stellar gold note, floating solo in space's emptiness. But suppose it was never solo? Suppose Voyager 1 marked the opening piece in a contest we unaware joined? A contest where the rival just showed its debut clear play. The abrupt recoding, match signals, unfeasible route fixes, all signal one eerie fact. This lacks randomness, and it hasn't ended. 3 Atlas may not be an asteroid, a vessel, or a stellar bottled note. It could be something vastly superior, a aware scout, a space detector, or a tech being made to stir on spotting smarts. And via Voyager 1, it has spotted us now. But the scariest idea here, if Voyager's received signal wasn't an aid call, wasn't our note's reply, suppose it was a caution, a timer. And if so, the query isn't 3 Atlas's nature. The true query is next what's arriving? For the stars gazed back, unblinking. I'd love to hear what you think about this, so drop a comment below. If you enjoyed our conversation today, please share this video and subscribe to help the channel grow. Every bit of support counts.